back to Simmer Down. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make my jerk chicken. If you have looked at my About Me video, I shared with you guys not only about my breast cancer battle, but I also let you guys know exactly where I'm from, which is New York City. Growing up, I lived in a household where there was a bicultural household, so I know how to make Caribbean food, some of the Caribbean foods. And I want to share that with you guys today. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with the jerk chicken. Normally beer is used outside on the grill, but I'm going to use it in the house to make the jerk chicken. What I'm going to do is take the beer and pour it over the chicken and let it sit for some time before I start marinating it and adding the jerk seasoning. I'm also going to include cloves in it. And I'm going to include that because I feel like the cloves give it a nice smoky taste. It makes it taste like it was on the grill. Besides the soy sauce, because normally you use soy sauce on your jerk chicken for browning, I'm going to just use browning sauce because I have to be very careful with soy sauce, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to replace it with browning sauce. But outside of that, the jerk chicken is going to be good. When it comes to jerk chicken, you can use any parts of the meat. I'm going to be using legs, but you can use breast, you can use thighs, you can use wings, whatever you feel like. The goal of making jerk chicken is that you want it to have that look like it's been on a grill, right? So it's gonna have like a little charred grill looking look on the outside, and then inside is gonna be nice and juicy and flavorful. All right, all over the chicken, we're gonna have the flavor just running right straight through. So stay tuned. Let me go wash my hands because my guest is on her way and I don't need her to be waiting any longer. Okay guys, so the chicken is clean. I had it soaking in lime, lemon, salt, and vinegar water. I cleaned the skin by scraping it, taking the excess fat out, and feathers, if there's any feathers that was in the chicken, I plucked them out. What we're going to do is drain this, and we're going to take out the lemons and the limes, and we're going to rinse all of the chicken all over again in some clean fresh water. All right, so stay tuned. So now we're going to pour in a bottle of Red Stripe Jamaican Lager beer. All right, we're going to slowly pour this on top of the chicken. Now we're just going to make sure that all the chicken is getting some of that beer. All right, so I'm going to get some gloves and shift the chicken around to make sure that they're laying flat, and then we'll just let it sit in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. And I would say in between time, try to toss the chicken around in the beer. All right guys, so these are all the seasonings that we'll be seasoning the chicken with. It's olive oil, all-purpose Maggi seasoning, chicken flavor Maggi seasoning, ground black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, Walker's Wood jerk seasoning, mild. They do have a spicy one, so it just depends on how spicy you want it. And then I'm going to use the burnt sugar browning sauce instead of using soy sauce, all right, which is right here. It's in this bowl. I have about 7 to 8 cloves, or maybe 9 cloves, 2 stalks of scallion, 1 whole onion, some fresh thyme. I took about a few stalks of thyme, and then I have like just a small amount of cloves that I'm going to grind up in the blender. All of this stuff right here, from the garlic to the cloves, will be in the blender. We're going to grind it up in the blender to season the chicken with. We're also going to put this stuff that's in the back to season the chicken with as well. Right here, I have my Ninja cup. I'm going to put all of this stuff inside this Ninja cup. All right, the cloves of garlic, the scallion. I took the first layer of the scallion, I peeled it off, and I cleaned it very well, the inside of the scallion, outside of the scallion, and then I cut it in big chunks. It don't matter how big you cut it, how small you cut it, because it's going to be blended up. We're just using this, all of this stuff here to like basically marinate the chicken. All right, so we have 1 whole onion, and now we have the fresh thyme, and then we have the cloves. I'm using the cloves because, believe it or not, the cloves give the jerk chicken a nice smoky taste. It makes it taste like it's on the grill, and it's not. It hasn't been on the grill. Since we're using the air fryer today instead of the oven, it's going to give it that nice smoky taste. It's going to help, okay? I'm going to actually put a little bit of water just to make it easy to blend, but I'm not going to put much. Probably about, I'll say about 2 tablespoons of water just to make it easy to blend. All right, so now we have everything in the Ninja cup. It's time to blend it. So the power is on, and now we're going to just click single serve. As you can see, it gave like a little green tint to the seasoning, the marinade. It's almost like an avocado kind of tint. This is the green seasoning that we just blended. I'm going to slowly pour it onto the chicken. You don't have to use it all, just eyeball it. And I'm just gonna take my hands and rub it in. If you feel like you want more, it's not covering the chicken, it's not coating the chicken, you can put more. I can smell the cloves that we just crushed in the blender. It smells really good. I want you guys to know that you do not have to use the beer if you don't want to, but it's gonna give it flavor. All right, so this looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning it with the dry seasonings. But before I do that, I want to add a little bit of olive oil. So I'll say about just a teaspoon of olive oil. This is just regular ground black pepper. I'm going to use about a teaspoon. All-purpose seasoning by Maggie. We're going to use about, I would say, a tablespoon because we have 4 pounds of chicken. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you guys, but this is 4 pounds of chicken. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon of the all-purpose Maggi seasoning. Just keep in mind that you don't want to put too much seasoning, like salt and stuff, because the jerk alone has a lot of sodium in it. All right. This is chicken flavor seasoning where we're using about a tablespoon. And now we have garlic powder. We're going to use about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And don't worry, we're going to mix this all in. And now we have some onion powder, right? We're going to put in about a teaspoon. And this is the burnt sugar. This is burnt sugar browning sauce. It's very, you have to be careful. You don't want to put too much because it can make the chicken extremely black. All right, we want it to be brown. We want it to look like it was on the grill, right? But we're cooking it indoors, right? But we want to trick people and make people think like we went outside on the grill to grill this chicken, right? So we're just going to put just a little drop. We're going to start off with a drop. If we need to add more, then we will, all right? But we don't want to get too carried away, so let's just start off small. And if we need to add more, we can, all right? There we go. All right, we're going to go like this in. As you can see, the browning sauce can really stretch out. If you put too much, it will be like, it won't be nice. All right, just add a little bit more. So I would say if you're going to use the browning sauce and you're using 4 pounds of chicken, just use it. You only need probably about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of browning sauce. And all of the seasoning and stuff is going to come together, and it's going to give it that nice flavor that we're looking for, which is a savory, smoky taste. Now we're going to put the jerk in there. So right here I have the Walker's Wood jerk seasoning, the mild jerk seasoning. I'm going to take about 2 to 3 spoonfuls of the jerk seasoning. You can put as much jerk as you like. I'm having a guest over. I don't know how spicy they like their jerk, so I'm just trying to be a little careful. I don't want to put so much that they are like not enjoying it, okay? But you can put more if you want. Just keep in mind, the more you put, the more kick you will get in your meat. Now that we have rubbed it in, we're just going to let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour in the fridge, and we'll take it out and place it in the air fryer. I want you to know the longer you keep it in the fridge, you can even keep it in the fridge overnight, it's going to just penetrate through the meat and it's going to give it even more of a great taste. So you don't have to, like have it marinate for 30 minutes to an hour. You can keep it longer. It's just up to you. How much time do you have? So let's let this sit for 30 minutes to an hour and we'll be right back. So we're going to start preheating the air fryer. We're going to put the power on, put it on roast, put the timer on for 5 minutes just to get the griddle hot before we put the chicken on. All right, it's on 5. Press start and just let it get hot. We don't want to overcrowd the grill. Make sure the skin is like straight. We want to make sure we have enough room to turn the chicken, because in between the cooking process, we're going to stop the grill and we're going to turn the chicken to brown it on the other side. All right, so I think this is enough right now. Now let's turn the power on. All right, close this back. And then we're gonna put it on roast. We're gonna have the chicken cook for, let's say 13 minutes. And then we'll turn it and then let it cook another 13 minutes. Let's just start off with 13 minutes, okay? And this is how the chicken looks. What I'm going to do now is flip it to the other side. Let the other side get crispy too. Okay. All right, put it back and we're gonna put the power on, put it back on roast, 13 minutes, and then press start. And it's just going to brown the other side and cook the other side of the chicken as well. Stay tuned. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing that we did with the first batch. Power on, roast, 13. All right, and then press start. All right, so now the chicken is done on one side. We're gonna take it, flip it over to the other side to brown. All right, it's flipped and we're going to keep it in there for another 13 minutes. So now we're gonna make a very simple sauce to go with the jerk chicken. We have some BBQ sauce, about 1 cup of BBQ sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce you like. About a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of ketchup, a half a cup of water. So now we're going to stir it. Okay, so we're just gonna let this thicken up a little bit. And this is just something just to pour over the jerk chicken once it's done, just for that barbecue flavor. The sauce had boiled out and it's thickened up. I had it on a medium-high heat when I started to cook it down. So this is gonna go on top of the chicken once it's done. All right, grilled look, but the inside of the meat is going to be nice and tender. All right, so I have my special guest here, Mama Berry. She's going to give her review on the jerk chicken. So let's take a look at this. All right, so I have Mama Berry here, And she is going to try this jerk chicken that I made.
Yes.
Today for her. You ready?
Yes, I am. It looks delicious.
Let me zoom in so you guys can see.
Look at that.
I'm trying not to put too much spice because I don't know how much you can take.
This is good, baby.
It's good.
Tender.
Mm-hmm.
Seasoned to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. You know what this tastes like?
What does it taste like?
Tastes like more. To get some more. Yes.
So she likes it, guys. She likes it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's very simple. Easy to make in the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a grill, you definitely can make this at home and still get that same satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
She loves it, guys. So I thank you again for joining me today at Simmer Down. If you like this channel, please click the like button, subscribe, and also click the notification bell to notify you when I have a new video out. Until we meet again, please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
She's still eating. See you guys. Take care.